Hey everybody, I'm Bill and welcome to this little VR 360 camera tour of LAX, Los Angeles International Airport. This was taken during the height of the Covid-19 shutdown on the special flight rules transition, so we're at 4,500 feet above LAX and the Los Angeles beach cities. It's a unique perspective of Los Angeles during the shutdown. This is some of the busiest airspace in the world and one of the busiest cities in the world, and it is just completely dead. So let's start off the little tour here. We're going to use the front of the plane as 12 o'clock as I point a few things out. So off to the left of the plane at your 9 o'clock low is a Chevron refinery. Pretty noticeable from the sky. It's often used as a VFR waypoint for pilots as they let other pilots know where they're at. And then if you look forward here to your 12 o'clock, you see one plane taxiing. That is at the South Complex over at LAX. It looks like from here, it's really hard to tell. That might be a cargo 747 or something. It's definitely big. But that is one of only two airplanes that we're going to see on the ground at LAX. Also passing directly beneath us is the 105 freeway. It's Imperial Highway. This goes straight into LAX on the south side, not the terminal side, but it goes all the way to the beach. You can see here that a lot of the gates are filled as we pass over LAX, but there's just no planes moving. We had that one plane on the south complex, and now on the north complex here, exiting looks like 24 right. Is some kind of wide-body jet that just landed. So, I mean, that's it. Those are the two planes that we see flying over LAX. This is on Mother's Day as well, Mother's Day 2020, so it's kind of extra quiet on top of the COVID-19 stuff. But that is just insane for the middle of the day to have two planes moving on the ground at LAX. Over to our 3 o'clock now, you can see that freeway running parallel to our track. That's the 405 freeway. Also kind of hard to tell from here, but it's just dead. Usually that freeway is always packed, and it's got a reputation for that. And it's just wide open. Also, at our 12 o'clock low here, we're coming up to what's called Bologna Creek. That's another VFR checkpoint for this transition for pilots to let other pilots know where they're at. But then off to our 10 o'clock, moving to the 9 o'clock position is Venice. That marina right there is Marina del Rey, and just beyond that is Venice Beach. So it's the boardwalk with Muscle Beach and all of the boardwalk performers and everything. And it's just all dead. The beaches are closed, and there is nobody on the beaches. It's super eerie. Along this flight, which the full flight is available on YouTube in bits and pieces, probably at this point, but there was just no planes in the air. And this is midday on a Sunday, beautiful weekend, and there's just nobody. So looking down on the ground and seeing how quiet it is was equally as eerie as how quiet it was in the sky. Coming up here on our, 1 o'clock is the Santa Monica Airport. This airport was recently shortened. The runway was shortened due to some noise complaints from the city, so it's in a phased shutdown of the airport that I think is going to be 10 years. I don't recall exactly what the date is on that, but I think we might be 2 years into the 10-year shutdown. But you can see the brown parts on either end of the runway. That's where the old runway was actually bulldozed and removed. Their first phase was painting the runway length shorter. Now they've actually physically removed that. And then off to the west of the end of that runway is the golf course that Harrison Ford famously crash landed on. That's the Penmar Golf Course. Then we're coming up to the 10 freeway, which is right below us now. And that freeway is east-west freeway, main artery into LA and Santa Monica, all the way going out to, God, I don't know how far it goes. I mean, you can take that all the way to Phoenix. But at the end of that, as you can see, that's right on our 9 o'clock now, is the Santa Monica Pier and Santa Monica Beach. Again, totally empty. It's very, very eerie to see that scene. I mean, these are world famous beaches and attractions for tourists and stuff, and they were just completely empty, on Mother's Day. So coming up below us now is the Brentwood Country Club. So another really famous landmark in Los Angeles, Brentwood Country Club, obviously in Brentwood, California. And to the left of that, now off of our 9:30 move into 9 o'clock, is the Riviera Country Club. That's another very famous golf course with a lot of big tournaments out of that golf course. And then we're still following the 405 freeway off to our right there. And on the other side of the freeway there from those golf courses is Westwood. You can kind of probably make out UCLA right at our 3 o'clock now. That's the UCLA campus. And we are now about crossing over the Getty Museum. You can see that kind of white clumping of buildings on the top of that hill there. Beautiful museum. Lots of cool architecture, very noticeable from the sky, and it's always fun to fly over that because it's just such a unique building. If you ever are in LA, definitely recommend going to that museum, but it's another easy waypoint for us pilots flying over the Los Angeles area to let other, the air traffic controllers know where we're at. Check-in point, I believe, for Santa Monica Airport as well, crossing over the Getty. And then we're going through the pass into beautiful San Fernando Valley. And this is, if you listen to the radio in LA, you hear about this stretch of road all the time. It's just constantly traffic-y, and all the traffic reports refer to a lot of the exits here off of the 405. Skirball Center, I think, is one of them, and Sepulveda Pass is coming up. So hopefully you guys liked this little tour. It's a bit different. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If there's any other location that would be fun to do a little 360 tour over. It was kind of quick, so hopefully I didn't talk too fast and didn't miss too many things, but hopefully it was informative. Thanks for watching, guys. Thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and subscribe if you haven't. See ya!